Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory belong to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakudash. Double honors unto the elders and to the apostles of great and stone, and salutations to the hopefully elect. Alright, you know the men that are pushing this word out in truth and in sincerity. Alright, this is the brother Yakal coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai. Alright, and this lesson is inspired from the viral video of the Guyanese president, calling out a BBC reporter on the hypocrisy of the Western world. All right, whereby the BBC reporter was basically telling the Guyanese president, President Ali, that Guyana is expected to produce I believe it's 150 billion tons of carbon, which will then affect further affect climate change, due to the oil production, right? So Guyana has a very large oil reserve and is expected to continue producing oil more and more, even though they're still doing auctions on different blocks and still doing explorations on the coast. All right, so the BBC report is saying to the Guyanese president, hey, look, you guys are expected to produce so much gigatons of carbon over the years, but yet you claim to be on par with climate change and all these different things, so President Ali basically said to him that, hey, the Western world have no right to talk about what we are doing right now, because at the end of the day, Guyana has one of the largest forests, all right, that stores so much gigatons of carbon through the plants and whatnot, and the Western world is basically the ones that been fucking up the planet. So who give the Western world the right to now talk, all right, or to lecture anybody up about climate change and doing what's right? All right, now basically the video went viral. It's a couple of days ago, 4 or 5 days ago probably. And everyone is basically saying that this is the president is basically calling out the Western world for their hypocrisy and whatnot. Hey, and that's true, because everybody is fed up of Esau. Everybody is tired of Esau, and the prophets have been on the highways and byways, calling Esau out, telling the world basically who Esau is, who this devil is. All right, and everyone can now see this devil for who he is. All right, but at the same time, where I want to go with this lesson is that even President Ali, all right, is no different from the Western world, because the scriptures say in Sirach, all right, it says, as the ruler of a city is, so are its officers, and wherever man of leader the ruler is, so are the subjects. All right, so basically, when you look at the state, how do you judge a king? You judge a king by the condition of his people, of his subjects. You judge a king by the condition and the livelihood of the people that he governed. All right. For example, Solomon was regarded as the greatest king. All right, because of how he ruled with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Obviously the kingdom that Yahushai, which is Solomon, is going to establish when he makes his return, is going to far exceed what Solomon had built. But for context of a reference sake, Solomon was regarded as one of the greatest kings. All right, and why? Because there was peace. All right, and everyone was doing was in a decent state. Like when you look at the overarching fact of Israel at the time, it was pretty good. You understand? It even so that the doorkeeper, all right, was mistaken for the king when when the Queen of Sheba visited, Salakia. So why am I saying that? I'm saying that to say that, as a individual, all right, that lives in Guyana, all right, or you could say a citizen of Guyana, we experiencing the hypocrisy of these leaders firsthand. All right, firsthand. So they are the same as Esau Edom. All right, they're no different. He's an Elamite. All right, and the previous government, which was headed by Israelite, they're no different because their king is Esau Edom. So whatever Esau Edom tell them to do, that's exactly what they're gonna do. And as Esau is the father of lies and full of hypocrisy and deceit, is the same thing with these leaders. So it's Satan calling Satan a devil. All right, it's Satan calling out Satan. That's it. Because when you look at the state of the individuals here in Guyana, shit is hard. Shit is hard. All right, the average cost of living way exceed, all right, what the average wage is. All right, then you got the government, for example, what's going on right now? You got a big protest going on right now. It's a bit silent, whereby the nurses, the health care people that are responsible for health care is protesting because they want an increase in wage. All right, but the government has proposed to bring Pakistani healthcare workers into the country, all right, at the same or an higher wage than the citizens of Guyana, with additional perks. Meaning the average Guyanese nurse is making about $700 per month. Roughly. All right, but they actually it's not 700. It's actually $680. USD per month. All right, if the numbers serve me correct, if my memory serves me correct, but they're proposing to bring in Pakistani nurses and healthcare workers at a rate of $700, to $1,000 per month. All right, with additional perks of free boarding and free travels. All right, free boarding and housing and free travel. Now picture this, that the average Guyanese nurse is working for roughly $20,000 net income. Now when you take that and have to pay a rent, the average rent in Guyana is about $50,000 Guyana dollars. All right, what is left? But then you're gonna bring nurses into the country, to at a higher rate with these additional perks. All right, of free boarding, free housing, and that's the biggest buckets, or the biggest perks that they're gonna get, which they're gonna get additional perks. All right, where they're gonna be able to travel back to the country at the cost of the government and all these things. All right, Look recently, the teachers were protesting. They literally had a strike in Guyana for what? For close to a month. Where the teachers refused to teach. All right, because they're asking for a raise of pay because of the condition or the state, that they're in. The cost of living is ridiculous down here. You understand? But you going on national TV and speak this bravado and having these outbursts, which really and truly, right, kind of give off, a sign of weakness, because you're losing your temper very easily as a leader. All right, as a leader, as a president, you're not supposed to lose your cool that easily. All right. Now, don't get me wrong. We said in the interview is on point. All right, because indeed the Western world have absolutely no right to lecture anybody on the state of the world, because they are the ones. The scriptures say what? Job chapter 9 and verse 24, it says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So who's ruling the earth right now is the Western world. Starting with Esau, Edom, starting with America, really. They're the ones that have the greatest influence over the entire earth. All right, and America is traced back to England, so or Great Britain. All right, but the point is that when you look at the state of the entire earth, Esau, Edom is responsible for it, because they are the ones that had absolutely no time with keeping biodiversity, catering for animals, keeping the natural ecosystem alive that the Most High created. The only thing that this man was concerned about is his riches, becoming more and more rich. All right, and even if that meant he had to bleed the earth, to absolutely nothing, and risk his own life. All right, that's exactly what he did. All right, so, but as an individual, living in Guyana and experiencing what this country has been offering for the longest while, hey, it's fucked up, and then to see the leader, speaking this bravado as though whatever it is that he's doing with the oil and these different things is really and truly affecting, or the citizens are actually reaping the benefits of it. It's bullshit, because you got blind, simple niggas down here that is jumping for joy like this man is God, because he put an Edomite in his place, so to speak. But at the end of the day, he is doing nothing different from what these Edomites are doing. All right, but anyways, Lord's willing, I'll put a link to the video in the description box, or I might probably cut it, download a video and join it or something, do some editing so that you could see what I'm referring to. All right, so Lord's willing that this lesson is edifying. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash, and double honors unto the elders and to the apostles of great bestowed, and salutations to the hopefully elect. All right, Shalom.